Give an ugly man a chance, he's going to take a mile. I went on a date with some guy yesterday from Hinge. He matched me in like June. It's a good time, it's a vibe, dim lighting, and a couple of cocktails. Like, it has a good personality, right? And I kissed him and I'm like, okay, so nice meeting you. He's like, you want me to come up? And I was like, why would you do that? And he was like, I was like, no, really, what? I gotta look at him, I was like, come up. And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, come up and do what?
So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know right now, I'm looking for a man that's gonna allow me to be in my soft.
If I can't call and ask you for no cash, don't call and ask me for no.
Black women will submit. Yeah. We will submit. You just gotta know how to lead.
Yeah, just right.
Now they don't gotta know how to lead.
Just something.
So house cleaning before we get started. For those who've been rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door for me, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every bit of your engagement absolutely helps promote me into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
Give an ugly man a chance, he's going to take a mile. I went on a date with some guy yesterday from Hinge. He matched me in like June. But didn't really get a date together. Granted, I've been traveling like all of July. So we go on this date, we go to Sparrow. It's a good time, it's a vibe, dim lighting, and a couple of cocktails. Like, it has a good personality, right? Fast forward, we're in front of my apartment, and because he wanted to walk me home, and I was like, that's nice, let's do that. I like chivalry. And he goes, because I got some late night food from Velvet Taco and I offered him a taco. I was like, you want me to get you a taco? And he was like, sure. So then we're in front of my building. He's like trying to go in for like a good night kiss situation. And I kissed him back because the alcohol's hitting. I'm like, why not? Like, let's have some fun. And I kissed him and I'm like, okay, so nice meeting you. He's like, you want me to come up? And I was like, why would you do that? And he was like, I was like, no, really, what? I gotta look at him, I was like, come up. And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, come up and do what? He's like, you know, eat my taco maybe, and you know. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, what kind of girl do you think I am? Because I don't do the hookups. And I used to. I used to be crazy in my early 20s, but he thought he was gonna hit. And honestly, I'm so offended. I have the ick. Obviously, I haven't heard from him again because he doesn't want anything seriously, but I just cannot.
Every day, more lies.
Reform 304s. They like playing games. And fellas, that's why I tell you, get to know these women over a couple of weeks before you go on a date. She was just simply using this guy for a date and to have a little bit of fun, probably because she was bored. Ma'am, you're far too old and you're not that girl. I know a lot of times your friend group have you delusional. You've never been told where you actually rank far as appeal and sexuality and looks and beauty aesthetics, but you are not that girl. You got saggy titties, and I ain't trying to be funny or be mean, but I'm just telling the truth. You're clearly close to 40, if not 40 years old, and you're out here playing games with people. Now, if you had no interest in this guy, you shouldn't have allowed him, talking about I like chivalry, you shouldn't have not allowed him to walk you back to your place. You shouldn't have kissed him, and to play these games as if you was like, why do you want to come up? Do what? Do what? Ma'am, I'm not buying it. You're way too old. You're way too experienced. And you even said it yourself. You used to be wild in your early 20s. Now you want to be a reformed 304. Surprise, surprise. This is the games they play. Once they've went through the Pookies and the Chads and the Tyrones, then they get an epiphany to slow themselves down and they charge the other guys higher premiums for something someone else got for free. But now you want to play these games. People are far too old to be playing games with an old that's beyond the her threshold of being valued at such a high marker, right? Like, stop playing games. If you had no interest in this guy, make it clear. Tell him you wanted something platonic. Don't entertain men and play these games. You're too old for this shit. And you're not gonna convince me that you didn't know what time that man was on when he took you out and he was interested in walking you back. You're too old for this shit. Stop playing games. Stop it. You're an old 304 out here trying to play with somebody, and you need to sit down and shut your ass up, posting these asinine ass videos, acting like you got the ick because a man wanted to go in for some sex. You knew what it was. You know what time he was on. And I'm not buying that a woman of your age didn't know what the hell was going on.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know right now, I'm looking for a man that's gonna allow me to be in my soft. This what you got me coming to?
I love it, man. Dude didn't hesitate. Soon as she said that soft girl era nonsense, he was like, pop. And this is what I tell men. Like, when you hear this jargon, this social media jargon from these misandrists and these feminists, don't entertain them. Soon as you hear soft girl, sprinkle, I want to rest in my femininity, dark mother, all these, jargons and dusty and dust mites, whatever jargon these misandrists and feminists are using, and you hear it, I don't care what environment you were in, just like this man did, pop the balloon on their ass and keep it pushing. It is not worth it, fellas. These women have a disdain for men. They view you as inferior. They view you as a means to an end. And if you allow yourself to align with these people in a relationship or even a dating scenario, you're doing yourself a huge disjustice. Run the hell away and pop that balloon.
If I can't call and ask you for no cash, don't call and ask me for no ass. If I can't call and ask you to bring me something to eat, don't call and ask me for no coochie. Thank you, management. What?
Why it's always the ones that look like this? This infuriates me more than anything. It's always y'all. Like, I ain't trying to be funny. I promise you, I don't think I'm the best looking person on the planet because I do not have an ego like that. But it's always the saggy titty committee that's on this nonsense. Ma'am. The men that qualify for you want something and you want something as well. I can't stand y'all. Y'all get on these social media platforms and play games. Y'all are far too old for this nonsense. You know what time it is. Be upfront, be honest, be an adult. Say, I'm not looking for something sexual. I'm looking for something platonic. Or if you're a transactional person like she seems to be, say that. Put your price up front. Let a man know what he has to invest up front, because y'all play far too many games to be this old. And I can't stand y'all from the saggy titty committee playing games with people. Girl, get your ass on somewhere. Let's go to the next one.
And now you over here with this white woman and you telling her how she's such more of a better woman than this black woman over here because she's submissive. Black women will submit. Yeah. We will submit. You just gotta know how to fucking lead.
Yeah, right. Now they don't.
You gotta know how to lead.
Yeah, y'all don't submit. White woman.
Black women will submit if you know how to
you can lead. No. Listen, we going by experience now. Like
y'all have had the experience that you have does not negate the fact that you have black women.
All right,
women.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Bullshit. Black women always say this nonsense. We'll submit if you know how to lead. No, y'all will not. You're not raised to submit. You're not raised to be wives. You're not raised to be submissive. You're not raised to be under a man's leadership and protection and his foresight. You're just feminists. Not all of y'all. Not all, because there are a lot of good black women out here who don't fall for that feminist ideology. But a lot of y'all are just misandrous feminists hiding in black women's clothing. You will not submit, ma'am. If you have to have your submission on contingent upon someone knowing how to lead, my first question would be, what's your discernment? What's your vetting process? Because before you get into a relationship with someone, shouldn't you be vetting them? Shouldn't you have discernment whether or not this person is a guy of character that can lead you? Like, what's y'all vetting process? Because y'all have horrible vetting processes, but you really don't. This is a lot of nonsense. This is a lot of lies. Because you know exactly the type of man you're getting before you get into the relationship. You should know if this man is a leader or not by his character, by his actions. And y'all always say this. You say, I will submit if you can lead. And you just don't want to submit, ma'am. Just be honest. Y'all don't want to submit. You think it's a dirty word and you think it's something that you shouldn't be doing because you view black men as inferior. You view black men as the men that you should not be submitting to. You'll submit to white men. You'll submit to men who you work for all day long. But the very men you share their reflection, you get into relationships with, you build communities with, you view them as inferior and men who you will not give your submission to. Won't y'all just be honest? Will y'all for once in y'all life be honest? Take the accountability of honesty and say, we view you as lesser than. That's why you don't get our submission. That's all I got, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get it cracking in the comments. I'll see y'all in the credits. 2 fingers. Peace. I'm out. Stop this lying.
Like Jesus.
I don't ask for much from you. It's like you don't got the time to lose. Made me feel like I'm a burden when I tell you